And what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy. Before you end up like Beezy, man, make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. 8,000 followers on the way, but we got Michael Jackson, man, and I have made a new playlist section for all my new subscribers and for all my new viewers. And for my old subscribers and for my old viewers, I made a new playlist section. It's called Music Reactions. Now, I would not be reacting to music, but I will be reacting to videos as this such right here. Yesterday, I reacted to how to become an industry plant. I'm not saying she is an industry plant, but I'm saying I reacted to the video. The title of the video that I reacted to was How to Become an Industry Plant, the Sabrina Carpenter Way. You know what I'm saying? That was a very interesting video, you know what I'm saying, honestly. But we got How Good Was Michael Jackson, actually. Now, I know my older audience, bro, is fit to go crazy when I say this, but like I said, it's part of human nature. You know what I'm saying? One thing I truly believe in is valuing everybody's opinion, not thinking that my opinion is better than everybody else's. I feel like that's just maturity. I feel like a lot of humans are very immature, when it comes to that aspect, a lot of y'all be speaking opinions, not facts. You can't argue with facts, okay? That's one thing you can't argue with. But if I have an opinion, the immature thing of you to do is act like your opinion is it's better than my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that. Now, what I'm finna get into, and one thing about me, how I think and how I feel is how I think and how I feel. You can't change the way I think and you can't change the way I feel. But I just feel like when it come to Mike, Mike was an amazing singer, right? But I feel like what made Mike stand out from other artists is his performances. So I'm not speaking on performances. Like performances, yes, Mike Jackson is the greatest to ever do it. One of the greatest to ever do it. But I'm just for me, I'm not gonna lie, the best artist, the best singer of all time, I ain't gonna lie, I like Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? I like Whitney Houston. I'm saying as artist-wise, I don't feel like Michael Jackson is the greatest artist of all time. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being an artist. Performer, you feel me? Yes, Mike Jackson is, you know what I'm saying, the greatest of all time. But when it comes to artists, bro, for me, I just feel like, honestly, okay, we're going to have this comparison. I feel like Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That is me, honestly. And everybody probably be like, what? Because it's a popular thing to say, but just think about it, bro. Like I said, bro, for me, I'm not really playing no Michael Jackson. I'm going to just keep it real with you. Tell me why? Why? You know what I'm saying? I'll tune into Michael Jackson here and there, but I mean, bro, y'all can't act like if Michael Jackson was alive and Chris Brown and him had you know what I'm saying, like how Gucci and Jeezy had. You can't tell me that Chris Brown won't be close to Michael Jackson. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that Chris Brown does not have as much hits as Michael Jackson, bro. I'm sorry. This man has hits on hits. And when it comes to singing, Chris Brown got Mike, bro. I'm sorry. Chris Brown, a little tenderness. Oh. That boy Chris be singing. You can't act like Chris ain't up there with Mike. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Performing, Mike got him. But I'm talking about being an artist, Chris Brown got him, bro. I feel like, bro, you could talk about different things, bro, but I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? And I've been feeling this way. I've been feeling this way, bro. Chris Brown is my favorite artist, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown, bro, I can listen to Chris Brown all day, bro. I'm gonna just keep it real, bro. Chris Brown has as many hits as Michael Jackson. You wanna talk about it? We could talk about it too. R. Kelly. We could put R. Kelly in the conversation with Michael Jackson. We can, as being an artist. Not talking about a performer because he in his own lane. As an artist-wise, we could put a lot of people in the conversation with Mike. Whitney Houston, we could put Whitney Houston in the conversation with Michael Jackson. Oh, yes, we can. Voice-wise, music-wise, it's not too many people that I'll put on Mike. You know, but the Chris Browns, the R. Kellys, the Whitney Houstons, I feel like they up there with Mike, bro. I feel like they better than Mike, bro, when it comes to voice-wise, being artist-wise, bro.
When Michael Jackson performed, the world stopped. Stadiums overflowed. Fans fainted at the sound of his voice. Thriller alone outsold everybody. And his influence, you can hear it on every pop star who's ever touched the stage since. But Michael wasn't perfect. He's been criticized for his live singing, his bad acting, and even though it's not his fault, he's been accused of having fake songs on his posthumous albums.
August 2022. Do you think that those were actually Michael's vocals or not?
If I tell you today,
Right now.
I can tell you right now that no.
Michael obviously became the king of pop, but the journey that made him one was far darker and much more complicated than most people realize. He's had to face rejection, doubt, and fight to prove himself again and again. So how good was Michael Jackson actually? In 1968, a little kid from Gary, Indiana walked into Motown Records. He outsang grown men who'd been doing this for decades. That kid was Michael Jackson. You see, the Jackson 5 weren't just another kid group. They were something else entirely. Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown, he said he'd never seen anything like it.
What was it the first time you saw the Jackson family, when Michael Jackson came in? What were your first impressions when you saw them perform in front of you?
Well, I was floored. When I saw them perform, I was really floored.
Diana Ross introduced him to America on the Hollywood Palace in 1969. And Michael, the tiny kid with an afro bigger than his whole body, he grabbed the mic like he'd been performing for 50 years. But the part people don't always think about is...
Mike had them vocals now. You know what I'm saying? Mike had them vocals, you know? But I told you, when it comes to people stating their opinions, bro, and I don't have to think like you, bro. Don't act like them people I named, bro, is not excellent and legendary artists. You know what I mean? Mike is in my top 5 for Sholioli, but you can't act like Whitney Houston don't be blowing on that mic. You can't act like Whitney Houston can't go toe-to-toe with Mike on that mic. You cannot act like that. You can't act like R. Kelly cannot go toe-to-toe with Mike on that mic. You can't act like Chris Brown can't go toe-to-toe with Mike on that mic. It's a difference between being an artist and a performer, I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? Mike is in the top 5 for Sholioli. You know what I'm saying? But bro, the people that I named, R. Kelly, Whitney Houston, Chris Brown. Oh yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Beyonce, she not even in that conversation with me. I ain't gonna lie. Beyonce can't sing to me, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't understand the hype when it comes to Beyonce. Honestly, I've never really, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a man that listen to R&B heavy. That's all I listen to, and y'all know that. I don't even listen to rap, you know what I'm saying? So the R. Kellys, when a woman loves, she loves for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Music is timeless, bro. You feel me? So it's just, for me, who I think can compete with Mike on that mic is only them 3. Honestly, other than that, I feel like Mike is, but them 3 that I named got them, they singing, boy.
While other kids were learning multiplication tables, Michael was learning choreography. While they were playing tag at recess, he was in the studio until 3 a.m.
Actually, you're becoming like a stage addict. I really am. Like when there are off days and there is no show, I'm up at night dancing just to sing. It's really strange. Guess I'm an addict. Can't help it.
Joe Jackson didn't believe in childhood. He believed in perfection.
Joe Jackson used to be tweaking. He tweaking.
Thing right here. Or if you're black, you're probably familiar with the
switches. Good God, I remember the switches. Oh my God. My back. On my back. Man, boy. Well, I remember, I ain't never gonna forget this beat down. And I was in the apartments. Ooh, I got a lot of beat downs in that apartment. I got them paddle beat downs. I got switches beat down. I got the belts beat downs. I got the whole 9. I ain't get the extension cords, but them whoopings, them paddles, them switches, and them belts to booty. I got switch to booty. I got paddles to booty. I got belt to booty. P to B, S to B, and B to B. I got the whole 9. Ooh, I remember one time, my back. I remember one time, man, went into that apartment. Y'all seeing that? But I got a little flashback. Then I went to the house, man. It was just something about my pops. My pops always knew the day I got my report card. He always knew the day. I don't know how. It's like he used to write it on the calendar. He used to be ready for them progress reports. Y'all know about them progress reports and the report cards. Man, black people, man, black parents don't play about them report cards and the progress reports. And we all know we used to try to, they asked for the progress reports, try to look in the book bag, acting like I had it in here. Knowing dang well we threw that progress report away. My dad was the type of dad, you can't find it. Oh, we gonna go to that school then. That boy used to be looking to beat me down, boy. Man, I came home to that report. I think this was report cards or progress reports. I don't know. All I know I think I had like 2 Fs. Man, that man whooped me like I killed somebody. I'm like, golly. Straight switch to booty. That man had switches just going stupid. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, bro, it's not no thing. Bro, I used to think my dad used to just want to whoop me because he had a bad day at work or a bad day. That's why I ran away from the home. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bro used to put belt on booty. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Good God Almighty. Man, that man ain't play, man. That boy ain't play. I'm telling y'all, that boy ain't play. That boy put switched on that booty that day.
Michael would later say he was so terrified of his father that he'd vomit when he saw him coming. Now think about that. A kid so scared of his dad that he'd get physically sick. But that same kid would walk on stage and command an audience of thousands of people. By 1970, the Jackson 5
that boy used to vomit.
#1 hits. I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, I'll Be There. No group had ever done that before.
Well, I'll Be There is my boy. That's my jam.
About love and heartbreak in a way that would make grown women cry. But the thing is, it gets complicated because that success came with a price. Every interview, every photo shoot, Berry Gordy's team would remind him, you're not children, you're professionals. Michael couldn't make friends his own age. He couldn't go to school dances. He couldn't even hardly go outside without causing a riot. He later talked about staring out hotel windows, watching kids play in the park, just watching. Michael just wanted to be normal. But the thing is, he wasn't normal. You see, he was talented, but not just talented, he was absolutely obsessed with music.
Who did you start listening to get your kind of singing style?
James Brown. I said James Brown and Sammy Davis Jr. because I like the kind of things they do, like fast music.
What did you borrow from?
Bro, this man right here, man, it's a little kid, man. I'm telling you, boy, it's a little kid talking like a grown man. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, bro. Maturity is not with age, bro. With experience, and it's just who you are really as a person. Like, I cannot stand people who think because they older than somebody that they just more mature than somebody. Got more wisdom than somebody, man. You got a lot of old, immature people, bro. I'm like, bro, you got people that's immature. You got people that doesn't have wisdom. Oh, like, age is literally just a number, bro. If you don't try to become mature, if you don't try to get wisdom, and bro, you still that same 16-year-old boy in the brain. You just got older. Telling you, stop thinking because you older than somebody, you're more mature than somebody. That is not the case. That is not reality, bro. It's not, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that person that's younger than you could have been through way more than what you've been through. Could have been way smarter than you, soaking up the wisdom, soaking up the knowledge, and and him doing that just become very more mature than you, So it's just a lot of things that can make a person younger than you more mature than you, bro. Just keeping it real. Like for me, 23 years old, and y'all see the way I talk. Just look at the way I talk and look at the people that's my age talk. Or go look at the people that's 35 and 36 talk. See how more mature I am than a lot of these people, bro? That comes by me soaking in the wisdom and the knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just being who I am as a person. I feel like I'm 23 the whole time. In the soul, I feel like I'm 75. You feel me? And look at this man. This man like what, 13 years old, talking like he like 41?
I said James Brown and Sammy Davis Jr.
What, 243?
Because I like the kind of things they do, like fast music.
What did you borrow from them?
Well, I do most of his dancing on stage. and I just like the way Sammy sings.
And the music was incredible. But behind every perfect performance, there was a child who had been hit for missing a step. Behind every smile, it was a kid who didn't know what it was to just be a kid. By 1979, Michael was 21 and desperate to prove something. The Jackson 5 had left Motown and became the Jacksons. But Michael, he wanted more. He needed more.
My name is James Phillips. I'd like to know, first of all, how do you feel being up there alone, and are you gonna make appearances by yourself?
No, I'm just doing this because these are solo songs for my album, and they put them on the Jackson 5 album.
Now enter Quincy Jones, the man who'd worked with everyone from Frank Sinatra to Count Basie. When Quincy agreed to produce Michael's solo album, people thought it was weird. A jazz legend working with a former child star to make pop and disco music. But it was a match made in heaven. Quincy and Mike, they also worked together on the movie The Wiz, and a year later, they dropped off the wall. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, it still gets played in movies and
Yeah, that
social
song
events.
still
The
gets
album
played.
went platinum 4 times, a part that nobody really talks about. Despite selling millions and 4 top 10 singles, the album just got 2 Grammy nods and only 1 win. Michael sat in that audience watching other artists win awards he knew he deserved, and something in him just snapped. He told his lawyer that night, "My next album is gonna be the biggest album of all time." Now, most people would have called him crazy. A 21-year-old kid talking about he's gonna make the biggest album ever. Yeah, he was Michael Jackson, but he wasn't the king yet. Now, Michael had been competing with adults since he was 5. He knew he was talented, but he learned that talent wasn't enough. You needed to be undeniable. Now, the thing is, Off the Wall should have been enough. It revolutionized pop music, it made disco sound sophisticated, but the industry still saw him as Little Michael, still as Diana Ross's protege, just one of the Jacksons. November 29th, 1982.
That
The
grime,
music
boy.
industry changed forever. Thriller wasn't supposed to happen the way that it did. CBS executives wanted another Off the Wall, a safe, successful, profitable album. But Michael and Quincy had other plans. They wanted to create an album where every song could be a single. Every track had to be perfect. But let me tell you about MTV first, because you can't understand the impact Thriller had without understanding this. See, MTV launched in 1981 as music television. They had a very specific format, mostly rock music. They said Michael didn't fit their demographic. When Billie Jean dropped, everybody knew it was a hit, but MTV still wasn't convinced. It wasn't until the president of CBS Records, Walter Yetnikoff, he threatened to pull all of CBS's artists from their rotation until they played Michael Jackson. And once they did, Billie Jean became one of their most requested videos. It opened doors for not just Michael, but for countless artists who came after. But see, Michael wasn't done. It was Motown's 25th anniversary, and Michael was supposed to perform with his brothers. He did, but then he asked for a solo spot. He came out with his fedora, kind of like this one. Black jacket, silver glove, the Billie Jean bass line started to play, and then you know what happened. But Michael still wasn't done changing history. For the Thriller video, he made it into a 14-minute short film. Cost $500,000. Before Thriller, music videos were basically film performances. They might have had some simple effects, but after Thriller, videos basically became mini movies. Artists started hiring film directors, budgets exploded,
Dang, so
storylines.
Mike started that.
We see it today still.
Crazy.
It all became standard because of Michael. He basically changed what it means to make a music video. Now, Thriller the album, I mean, it damn near destroyed every record that ever existed. Best-selling album of
I wanna be like Mike.
of all time. We're talking 70 million copies, 7 singles in the top 10, 8 Grammys in one night. But success,
8 Grammys in one
success
night.
is complicated.
Jeez.
Because now everybody wanted a piece of Michael Jackson. The Pepsi commercial that went wrong, his hair caught on fire during a pyrotechnic malfunction, that's when the painkillers started. Then he got backlash for his pop success. Black radio stations started saying he abandoned his community, and rock critics says he was too commercial. People who ignored him during Off the Wall now saying he's overexposed. Now all of this was just the start of what would eventually become his Achilles heel, the media. Now, fast forward, Michael has spent 3 years preparing for a follow-up album. I mean, the pressure of following
People just
Thriller
weird,
must
bro.
have been crazy.
I never liked that much. It's just people just weird, bro. People weird, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. For me, bro, I'll be good just being like, 'cause even now I make pretty good money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't really want to be famous, bro. I don't like being in the spotlight. I realize what I do is just, cool with just a little bit, 100K, man, 200K, and just being good, man. People just weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, bro. I be trying not to say I don't like people, bro, because you know God is changing me in the inside and out. But people just very strange to me. I ain't gonna lie. People just very strange, bro.
I mean, imagine trying to follow up the Bible. What do you write next? Bad was the answer. 5 #1 singles from one album. The Bad tour became the highest grossing tour in history.
God almighty.
Conversation happening. Prince.
Prince. Oh yeah, Prince. I forgot about Prince. I forgot about Prince, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like these people be getting killed, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It just be like, why do all the big, like, and then they try to make it seem like Prince wasn't even like old age. Mike wasn't even like, Mike was old, but I think Mike died like when he was like 50 and 50s, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, bro, these folks be killing people, bro. I'm telling you, that's just how I thinking, bro. And I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Prince was killed. I feel like Michael Jackson was killed. And I feel like Whitney Houston was killed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be some dark stuff. And then they try to portray it as it was a drug overdose or it was this and that. I'm telling you, bro, I be feeling like, bro, these record labels, bro, be killing people, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I feel like these folks be killing folks, bro. I'm telling you. I don't be believing all that drug overdose and all that. When these artists be getting killed, bro, and they be trying to say drug overdose. No, I be believing these folks be getting killed, bro. I'm telling you, bro, be some dark demonic junk going on in that music industry, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I be feeling like these folks be getting sacrificed. These folks be getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can believe all that. I don't believe none of these. I don't be believing nothing these folks be dishing out, but these evil people, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The most evil industry in this world is the music industry. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. Shout out Prince, though, man.
Prince.
They killed Prince, I'm telling you. In my opinion, bro, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's a fact, but in my opinion, I feel like they killed Prince, and I feel like they killed Mike, and I feel like they killed Whitney Houston, bro.
The conversation.
These deaths just come out of nowhere, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. These deaths come out of nowhere, bro.
Prince.
None old age. Why all the legends die, bro? Just like I feel like they killed Biggie, they feel like they killed Tupac. Why all the legends die?
Breaking sales records. Prince was breaking musical boundaries. Purple Rain, Sign of the Times. Critics loved to pit them against each other. Michael was pop, and Prince was art. Michael could dance, but Prince could play multiple instruments. Michael actually wanted to collab with Prince. He reached out for him to do a duet on Bad, but when Prince heard the song, he heard the first line, and he wasn't quite down for that.
The first line of that song is "Your butt is mine." Your butt is mine. Now I said, who gonna sing that to whom? Cause you sure ain't singing it to me. And I sure ain't singing it to you. So right there we got a problem.
So the rivalry,
I don't think he meant by your butt is mine.
Not really. They respected each other. But the media always needs a story. And unfortunately, Michael became a prime target for that. The media discovered they could sell more magazines by calling him Wacko Jacko than by...
I'm saying, like, you see how people try to start beef? You see how the weird, like, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? These weirdos trying to start beef. You see how weird people is? Whole time Mike ain't got no problem with Prince. Whole time Prince ain't got no problem with Mike. Just trying to put them against each other. You see how these, I'm telling y'all, man. See how these weird folks be doing? And we already know who the folks is, bro. I'm not going to even say it, bro. We know who the folks is. Trying to put people against, that's what I be trying to tell you when it comes to this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see how they had divided everybody? It's about division. They know how strong. Imagine Prince and Michael Jackson together. They know how detrimental that can be towards them. They don't like when people get along. They're gonna, and they, when I mean by they, I mean by the elites. The elites. Why you think they have all this black community and white community, Chinese community, Asian community? Why you think they have all these different types of community? They did this to divide and everybody going along. They like when they like when there's protest going on. They like when community going after community. They like this, but in reality, we all the dang same. There's only one race, and that's the human race. But bro, they divided everybody. They don't want people to get along because people get along, bro. That causes, I don't know, man. That goes against what they're trying to do. That goes against their agenda. They like negativity. They love it. They feed off it, bro. They make money off of it, bro. Look at this, bro. You trying to put Mike and Prince against each other, and the whole time they don't have no problem against each other, bro.
celebrating his music.
False
Every
beef.
weird thing he did became
Wacko
a headline.
Jacko Backo.
He
Like,
bought a
what?
chimp.
What?
Front page news. He slept in a hyperbaric chamber. He didn't, but who cares about the truth? Headlines for weeks, and then they got their biggest story yet.
I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help. Okay, but when people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me.
Michael had developed vitiligo,
Caring.
a disease that
About people
destroys
say,
skin
bro.
pigmentation. It was something.
See that right there, see, and the whole time it wasn't about. But bro, and that's one thing that I've realized, bro. Like even in this field right here, this one thing that I realized, bro, is that, and one thing that I really was thinking about doing was literally turning off Twitch chat. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was really thinking about doing, because I've realized, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I be on YouTube, I told you I don't be looking at that junk. You feel me? So I be realizing like, dang, these people be trying to come over to Twitch to get my attention. So I really been thinking about turning off Twitch chat. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You paying attention to what people saying is detrimental to you, bro. It's detrimental. You know what I'm saying? You scrolling down comments, seeing what people saying about you. Why do you care what people saying about you when you know you? Think about it. These people judging me off of what? A 40-minute video? You know what I'm saying? You don't know me off 40 minutes. But people start thinking they know you about what they see. Whole time, for me, I'm not even a talkative person. Whole time, I'm a quiet person for real. You don't know me. You only know what you see. You don't know nothing about me. But people just will just think they know you, bro, off of what they see. The whole time, you never been around me. So it's like me being around myself 24/7, me knowing me better than anybody in the world. Why would I look at what people saying, people that don't even know me, saying about me? Because 100% of the things that people say about me, is it true? So if you start looking to what people say about you, bro, that could change the way you look at yourself. So the whole time I've been training myself, bro, to care about what God thinks about me first, and me thinking about me. So I feel like that was kind of the downfall of Mike looking at what people saying about him instead of caring about what he says about himself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a whole lot of people that does that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all let people's opinions change the way you look at yourself. Like, dang, bro, you know yourself better than anybody else. You gonna let people that don't even know you, that don't even be around you, you gonna let them change the opinion that you think? Come on, bro.
That defines.
So that's why for me, I don't be looking at, even when I be on YouTube, bro, I don't be looking at what people say about other. I don't even look at no comment section. None, bro. None. I train myself, bro, to not care about what people think about others and what people think about me. I train myself. I don't look at no comment section at all, bro.
In both positive and negative.
I feel like that destroyed Mike in a little way.
He got mockery. By the time the Dangerous album came out, Michael was pushing boundaries again. New Jack Swing with Teddy Riley, Industrial Sounds, Black or White became the most watched television event of 1991. But the Wacko Jacko stories, they just kept coming. He was buying the Elephant Man's bones. He was sleeping in an oxygen tank. The stories got more and more ridiculous, but some people started to believe him. I mean, at the very least, it started to shape his image. The irony is, while some people were calling him a freak, he was still revolutionizing music. The choreography he created during this era, I mean, it's still copied today. Watch any K-pop group. That's Michael. But see, Michael, he made one critical mistake.
That's Michael, bro. Shout out, Mike.
Still
Dang,
revolutionizing music.
Dang,
the choreography he created during this era, I mean, it's still copied today. Watch any K-pop.
Copy of Mike, man.
That's Michael. But see, Michael, he made one critical mistake. You see, Michael was nice and trusting, but a little too trusting. See, Michael had his own theme park, and he would let kids and their families come stay with him. You know, everything was cool. He never had a childhood, so he wanted to do that. But in 1993, everything came crashing down. In August of 1993, Michael Jackson was accused of, let's just say, doing not so nice things to children. Now, this has been a sore subject around Michael Jackson for a long time, but we gotta talk about what it did to him. Because whether you believe he was innocent or guilty, what happened next was basically a public execution. The accusation came during the Dangerous tour. Michael was performing at sold-out stadiums when police raided his home. Media coverage was relentless. I mean, it was so bad he had to cancel the tour. He became dependent on painkillers just to function. The case was eventually settled outside of court, but the damage was permanent. Next thing you know, the History album drops. It was half greatest hits and half new material. And the new songs, they were angrier, more defiant. They Don't Care About Us, Scream, Stranger in Moscow. This wasn't the same Michael who sang The Way You Make Me Feel. This was somebody who was hurt and wounded. Now, of course, it's Michael, so the album and the tour was still successful, but you could tell there was something broken that just couldn't really be fixed. The allegations came back in 2003, then came the trial. He was acquitted on all charges, but acquittal doesn't necessarily mean vindication in the public eye. By this point, Michael proved himself to be one of the greats, but he had still not topped the success of Thriller, and his career was starting to go on the decline. So he wanted to try to top himself one more time, but he had another demon to battle with.
Sonic music.
Entertainment. In 2001, Michael dropped Invincible, his last studio album. Sony barely promoted it. They were in a war with Michael over masters and money, but it still debuted at #1 and still went double platinum. It was a failure for Michael Jackson, but it was still a success that most artists would kill for. But the machine was breaking down, and the debts were mounting up. It wasn't because he wasn't making money. I mean, Michael had lots of assets, but the lawsuits never stopped coming, and everything just seemed like it was closing in on him. So Michael wanted one last hurrah. In 2009, he announced the This Is It tour. 50 concerts at London's O2 Arena, sold out in hours. He was 50 years old, rehearsing like he was 25. The footage from the rehearsals, he was still magical. Still had that thing that made him different from everyone else. But he was also fragile. He couldn't sleep without meds, and he barely weighed 130 pounds. And on June 25, 2009, the King of Pop was pronounced dead at UCLA Medical Center.
According to the Los Angeles Times, pop star Michael Jackson died.
They killed Mike, man. I'm trying to tell you, they killed Mike, man. I remember the day Mike died, bro. I remember seeing it on TV. Bro. Know what I'm saying? The day Michael Jackson died, I remember that day. I remember the day Whitney Houston died. Bro. Remember it being on TV. But man, they killed Mike, man. But it's like, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It is so important, y'all, to train yourself, bro. And that's why I say, y'all, get off social media. If you're the type of person, bro, to post a picture on social media and scroll down the comments and see what people saying about you, bro, you care about what people say about you. Stop trying to lie to yourself. Be real to yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to care about what people said about me, bro. Being real with myself. I used to scroll down the comment section and seeing what people say, but then I sat back and I kind of looked. I'm like, dang, why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? Why am I caring about other people's opinion more than mine? Like, why? You know what I mean? So that goes with holding yourself accountable and just understanding what people say isn't real. Like, you can't help what people think about you, bro. And once I start understanding that, it's like, F what people say, bro. You know what I'm saying? F what people say. You know, it's all about knowing you. You feel me? And I just wish Mike would have understood that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, F what people believe. F what the rumors. F that, bro. I know it's true. You know what I'm saying? People can call me a child molester. People can call me this and that. I know it's true. God knows it's true. So you got to be comfortable with not, like for me, the most horrific thing to come out about me, I'm not going to clear one rumor. I'm going to let you think what you want to think, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're the weird ones. At the end of the day, you're the weird ones. Not me. That's the real thing. That's the realest thing about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about knowing me. Knowing what's true to me. And letting everybody believe what they want to believe. It's like I look at the world. The world weird. The world fake. Y'all got to look at that like that. They weird. They fake. You know what I mean? So that's how I be looking at it. You know, people that talk about me, people that make up things about me, people make up things about me all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing in the Twitch chat, people be saying crazy things. Like when I was, that's why I'm saying, I'm really finna start turning off the Twitch chat, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm like, bro, these people try to come over here and try to get my attention over here. But I'm doing boxing. I'm doing a boxing video. You got people talking, bro, you don't know nothing about boxing. You don't know nothing about boxing. Just trying to get my attention, bro. You know what I'm saying? And me not even feeding into that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It felt good. Because like, okay, who are you? I know what I do. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about what you think? You feel me? So it's all about like really training yourself to not care about what people think. Just knowing yourself more than caring about how you feel about yourself more than caring about what other people feel about you. So whoever looking at this, bro, if you have a YouTube channel, stop looking at the comments, bro. Watch how better you feel. If you on Instagram, TikTok, which I advise you to delete all social media. But if you're on Instagram and TikTok, stop looking at what people saying about other people. Stop looking at what people saying about you. And see how your mind just shifts. Just stop, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This afternoon.
But that right there was the downfall of Mike, bro. Mike cared about what people thought about him, bro. Cared about what people think about you, bro. You gonna be so unhappy,
both the
bro.
Los Angeles Times and CBS News are both now reporting that Michael Jackson has died.
His death was devastating, and according to some, it's still a mystery. But on the bright side, his legacy is still felt, not just by music people, but all of us. So, how good was Michael Jackson actually? I mean, the numbers are untouchable. Over 1 billion records sold, 13 Grammy wins, 39 Guinness World Records. Thriller alone has sold more than most artists' entire careers combined. But numbers, they don't quite capture it. Not really. Watch Beyonce perform. That's Michael. Watch Bruno Mars, Michael, The Weeknd, Justin Timberlake, Usher, Chris Brown, all of them. I mean, they're all trying to copy what he had. Even the K-pop groups, BTS, they're walking through doors that Michael opened. He changed what it meant to be a pop star. Before Michael, pop stars, they sang songs, but after, I mean, they created whole worlds around their albums and different eras. Music videos weren't just promotional tools, they became art. He changed the game for concerts. I mean, he even changed the whole landscape of MTV. A black kid from Gary, Indiana became the biggest star on the planet. He made music that transcended language, race, culture, everything. Was he perfect? Of course not. I mean, he didn't play instruments as good as Prince, and on his live shows, his voice got strained and he didn't sound as good as the record. Michael's impact was way bigger than music. Michael Jackson had his childhood stolen, had his appearance mocked, his reputation destroyed, his every move criticized. He never got that comeback, never got that final victory lap where the world just celebrated him. But maybe that's what makes his greatness even more remarkable. He never stopped trying to give everything he had to heal the world through his music.
At your concerts, there are hundreds of people in the audience yelling, Michael, Michael. What do you feel like?
When they're all holding hands and everybody's rocking and all colors of people are there, all races, and it's the most wonderful thing.
Now, Michael was so good that 15 years later after his death, pop stars are still chasing what he achieved. I have a video about how every modern artist, possibly your favorite artist, is still copying Michael Jackson. Watch
that boy Mike, man. I wanna be like Mike. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Mike, man. Dang, man. I don't care. They killed him, man. I got a feeling they killed Mike, man. They killed him. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Mike, one of the greats for Sholioli, and it is what it is. I'm never gonna take credit for Mike ever. You know what I'm saying? It's just basically how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as on the mic and singing wise. I feel like them three can be in the debate with Mike, but when it comes to performing wise, Mike has that for sure. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, it's your boy Jay, man. Take it easy for you, like bees, and man, your boy Jay out, man. Get